Wow, this is a beautiful hotel. So dinner tonight, I'm at the historic Manila Hotel. Historic and super crowded. And I am here for this, the buffet at Cafe Ilang-Ilang. This is a spectacular looking buffet. Many say this will be the heir apparent to the spiral buffet. Once that closes down, this will be the best in all Philippines. So this buffet is outrageous. I actually got lost walking around because there's sections, and then even now I see a section I've never been in before. What is this? Oh, that's a private dining room. So there is pretty much everything under the sun. You got, of course, the cold cuts, bread, salads. There's a whole lechon, several roasted fish. The dessert bar is just ginormous. There's crab, there's shrimp, there's a lobster-looking thing. I don't exactly know what it is right now. A drink section, there's Indian food, there's Japanese food, there's sushi, there's tempura. Oh man, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a whole other food area I haven't found yet. This is pretty intense and overwhelming. What's interesting about this buffet is that you don't grab anything yourself, so everything is served for you. Thank you. Oh yeah, that's a section I missed. Look, there's a whole grilling section. Okay, round one, and I got a lot of stuff. Like I said, it's very different than other buffets I've been to. It's very sanitary. You don't get to handle the food at all, so everything is given to you. This is a lobster buffet. They'll come by and you order the lobster with your server. First off, a plate of lechon. Look at that crispy skin. The skin looks amazing. The meat looks, oh man. This thing, look at this. Oh, that is tender. You could probably blow on this thing, it'll fall apart. The skin looks so good, the meat looks so juicy. There's also a barbecue section. I got some ham and some steak. The seafood section, I got some flour crab, some scallops, and some lemon butter fish. And then I got some mussel soup. This looks tremendous. Incredible. Tastes like it came from a lechon shop. That thing is like the most crunchy porky chip. After the crispy skin, all you're tasting is so much of that rich, delicious, umami-filled fat. Wow. That meat is as tender as it looks. Oh my gosh, my lobster just got here and it looks crazy good. I love this buffet already. I love buffets, I love the Philippines. Never tried this buffet before. And the lobster thermidor, look at this. This smells phenomenal. Melty cheese on top, serving as a slipper lobster. Oh man, yeah, this thing just came out of the oven. Look at that melty cheese on top. And the succulent meat of the lobster hiding underneath. Oh my gosh, this is incredible. This is so delicious. I love it when buffets do something different than just chill lobster. And I personally feel lobster thermidor, one of the best ways to eat lobster. First of all, that lobster is so succulent, incredibly tender. The meat is juicy, it's sweet. Oh my gosh, look at all that lobster caviar. That's freaking amazing. I love how they give you the whole body of the lobster, because right here, dig into the head. Oh, look at that. That head is covered in cheese as well. Wow. That's pure lobster umami. Again, fresh out of the oven, melty cheese on top of sweet, juicy lobster meat. It's really hard to get better than this. Plus, this buffet, no time limit. So it's open from 6 until 9:30. You're welcome to stay till 10. I might take them up on that. Grilled meats, ham and steak. ham is okay, a little tough. My steak is so tender, and the sauce on the steak is delicious. So this is the cream mussel soup. Yeah, it's good. Rich, creamy. There's potatoes in here, some carrots, and you definitely taste the sweet mussels. Like all that nice flavor from the mussels. It's all in there. Fish. This looks nice and flaky. That is a really buttery piece of fish. Very, very buttery with a bit of chili. Ooh. With some peppercorn on top. Wow. This is a really good piece of fish. The sauce is rich and delicious. The peppercorn has a phenomenal touch. I think there's some pesto in here as well. Scallops. Those are some sweet scallops. Can't really taste the sauce much, but those scallops speak for themselves. So it's chili crab made with the flower crab, which are essentially blue crab. Yeah, these types of crab, it's a little hard to eat because you gotta really get in there. But it's one of the most tender crabs out. Ooh, that sauce is delicious. Like I was saying, one of the most tender crabs out there. And this chili sauce, really spicy, tiny bit of sweetness. Wow. That's some melt in your mouth crab. It's all good so far. I feel like you really need at least 2.5, 3 hours to fully explore this buffet. I'm still trying to figure out this buffet. So apparently you can just ask your server to just get stuff for you. And they'll just stand in line and get the food for you. The service here is so responsive and quick. It's almost uncanny. I'll put a plate aside for like 1 second and there'll be someone to take it away. So I saw people having this on their plate and I was just asking my server what it was. They just went out and got this for me. So this is grilled sea bass, but it looks like grilled sea bass stomach. This is definitely the fattiest part of the sea bass. It's tremendous. I mean, the meat is ridiculously delicate. You definitely taste the fire, the smoke. And every bite, you're definitely getting a lot of that gelatinous goodness right below the skin. Oh, that's so fatty. Wow. Each bite, really rich, really delicious. That bass just absolutely melts in your mouth. This dipping sauce is great with it, little spicy, a little acidity. I think without that sauce, that fish would have been way too rich for me, but perfect with the sauce. So if you go to the Japanese food section, there's sashimi, there's sushi, there's uni, there's spicy chopped tuna and salmon. Look at this. Yeah, that is a melt in your mouth piece of salmon. Also got a seared one. Sushi's delicious. The tuna's good. I think the sashimi is better than the nigiri. I think some of the sushi rice, a little undercooked, were a little dry. Fish is great though. I never had uni look like this before. It's good. I was kind of worried because usually when the uni looks a little gooey, it's not fresh anymore, it gets bitter. This thing, creamy and sweet. Spicy chopped tuna. Yeah, spicy tuna is good. All the fish, really tender. By the way, about 20 minutes in, that whole lechon is gone. They're on their like third pig now or something. So this round, I got some baked salmon with dill sauce. Delicious. It's a really rich dish. The salmon is rich, the sauce is rich, but I absolutely love dill. This is something else that's just been disappearing left and right. It's this beef rib. They have to keep cooking it up. Finally, I snagged the piece. It's covered in peppercorn. It's okay. Not as good as I thought it was gonna be. The rib itself is juicy, not extremely tender. I mean, not tough either. It's okay. Oh, this is good. This is salmon Senegal with miso. Senegal is one of my favorite Filipino dishes. This thing is so sour and nice. Never had this soup with miso before, but yeah, you can definitely taste the miso and all that nice earthy umami that it brings. Oh, salmon is just melting in your mouth. Nice and fatty. This is so good after some rich dishes. I think eating this dish actually makes you hungrier. And I do like the fact that I can kind of slow down tonight because there is so much time and not just be rushing through everything. Also, they have a balut. You hear that? There's the balut guy. Only time I've ever had a balut was in Vietnam. And it was a small one. It wasn't even like a regulation size balut. I'd give it a try tonight. Besides the lobster, they're grilling fresh steaks here. Angus steak looks pretty good. Not bad for buffet steak. Pretty lean cut of steak. Yeah, really lean. Not fatty at all. It's okay. Not the best buffet steak I ever had, not the worst. They put a mushroom sauce on top. I feel like the steak itself needs some salt. A little under seasoned. The good thing is, you definitely taste the fire. This next dish I got, I've never seen anything like this before. I've had a lot of seafood from all around the world. I've never had a caracha crab. Look at the claws. Almost looks like a mix between a lobster and a crab. And this thing is also called the red frog crab. This is definitely a gnarly looking crab. And this is a local crab. And the meat is kind of crumbly. Okay, I don't know what just happened. One of the servers walked by with a sizzling plate. I don't know what's inside that sizzling plate, but it smells incredible. I gotta ask about that. So this is deep fried. I don't know if the meat is supposed to be like this, but it's definitely really crumbly. And it's so delicate and juicy. It kind of tastes like a mix between lobster and crab. Yeah, never had anything like this before. It's definitely a gnarly looking crab. This thing looks like a wrench. This claw looks like something that belongs in a toolbox. It's not really cracked open. Ugh. Huh. I don't know if this claw is really designed to be eaten. Not a lot of meat in the limbs. But yeah, tastes exactly like a cross between crab and lobster. Definitely good fried. Oh my gosh, there's just so many different varieties of seafood here. There's like tons of different chili crabs, different flavors of fish, and I just got some fish from the Italian section. And a pizza. They have a giant selection of pizza at this place. Seafood pizza, not bad. Another seafood plate. This time some spicy scallop, some different spicy crab. This one looks like crab soaked in chili oil. Also a Peking duck. Yeah, this scallop is definitely way more flavorful than the last one. And it is really, really spicy. If you ever come here, you gotta skip that Peking duck. The pancake is hard, the duck tastes weird. That was not good. Oh my gosh, my tongue is feeling numb from the spicy scallop sauce. So this is definitely different than the first chili crab that I got. First of all, it's completely different crabs. This is a mud crab. This looks like it's cooked in chili oil. This is awesome. The crab is tender, the chili sauce delicious. I'll show you all the crab dishes they have here. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. And the joints are fried. Yeah, that's good. Tastes like a salted egg crab. I'm pretty sure. Oh, that is delicious. This might be my favorite crab here. Not only is this thing spicy, yeah, the crab is fried well. It's delicious on the outside, super tender inside. Plus, it's soaked in all that chili oil. Yeah, seafood here is absolutely fantastic. Almost time to move on to dessert. One more thing. Had to get a couple more lobsters. Also, but the balut guy is gone. I think maybe they're out of balut. I asked the waiter to see if they still have a balut left. If they have one, I'll happily eat it. If they don't, not gonna be all that sad. To be honest with you, the lobster though, there are few things as good as the lobster thermidor fresh from the oven. dessert time. Got a fruit trifle and a double chocolate mousse. That's good. So it tastes like a panna cotta on the bottom. This is exciting. Love chocolate mousse. So this has both white chocolate and milk chocolate, I think. Oh man, heaven. There's little white chocolate chips inside as well. That is just pure silk. Also included with the buffet. You can get water or tea or juice. I got a giant pot of tea, and that's just a perfect thing to eat with desserts. I think for the savory food items, what I didn't try today, didn't really try the salad bar with the cold cuts. Otherwise, I think I tried most of the savory items. Love all the crab dishes. Actually, all the seafood dishes, incredible. Oh, you found two. Oh, you only need to give me one. Wow, didn't have to try that hard to find this. I was really happy in dessert land. I was mentally good to go. I was not prepared for this. So, got some vinegar, got some salt. So the only experience I had with a balut from a street vendor in Vietnam, I said it wasn't even a full-size duck egg. It was, I think it was a quail egg. I did not enjoy that. It was really, really, really soft. Like just unnaturally soft. I guess I haven't had a typical balut experience yet, so I'm gonna choose the smaller egg here. For this one. It's kind of nerve-wracking for me because it's not gonna look the most beautiful. So I'm supposed to slurp up the juice. So I guess I'm not supposed to waste that. Oh my God, this is very developed. Juices kind of taste like egg water. So if you don't know, balut is fertilized duck egg. So the little fertilized embryo is inside. And I think if I just pop this open, you're gonna be able to see it. I think it's in my best interest just to dip this in some salt and vinegar and not look. I've eaten a lot of interesting food items in my years. This is still the most gnarly for me. Oh no, I looked. Oh, I shouldn't have looked. I'm not usually very squirmish when it comes to food. This really gets me. It's very difficult. But yeah, you can see some of that fur right there. Now the problem is, if I pop this whole thing in my mouth, I think that's the smart thing to do. If I just take a bite, half of it, I can still see the other half. I know a lot of people love this. I mean no offense. It's not for me. I taste little bits of stuff. It doesn't just taste like an egg. I don't know if it's a feather or something, or just my imagination. I mean, it tastes mostly like an egg, so the texture is not horrible. I think it's more psychological than anything else. I mean, I've had ant eggs and like all sorts of insects, scorpions, worms, everything. This is so gnarly. Glad I tried it. Not for me. All right, I'm definitely ready for dessert now. So for dessert, there's crepe, there's a chocolate fountain ice cream. I just got some chocolate mousse cake, some ube panna cotta, and this is called a cathedral. It looks like a gelatin ring. Mousse cake's not bad. Panna cotta's good. So the cathedral is just a bunch of colorful gelatin. It's named cathedral because it resembles the stained glass windows in the cathedral. I think my favorite dessert so far is still the chocolate mousse. So it's pretty cool. So everybody is just like kind of mixing it up now. Some people are getting some dessert, going back to the savory food items. Really got another hour just sit around and eat. And this buffet, like I said, no time limit. One seating per night, so you get about 3.5, 4 hours to eat. With today's conversion, $72 US. That's including everything. And for all that you are getting, all the lobster, crab, seafood, it's a phenomenal deal. And this place is absolutely packed. I'm pretty sure every single seat is filled. Also, the people working here are incredible. Everybody's so courteous, so helpful. You're being checked on constantly. They make sure there's no dirty dishes sitting on your table, anything you want to eat. I love the fact that you don't have to go wait in line for lobster, because usually if there's like a grilled cheesy lobster, you'll get a line down the block. But here you just tell the service and they bring it to you. Overall, this is a very impressive spread. I talked to a lot of people asking them to compare this and the spiral buffet. I feel like for most people it's a toss-up, but regardless, this is definitely one of the best buffets I've been to in the Philippines. All right, I'm gonna eat. See you in a bit. That was an amazing buffet experience. Definitely one of, if not the best all-you-can-eat buffets in the Philippines. Ooh, that was such a spread. And also I heard that if you have a membership card or a discount card or something, you get half off. I don't know how exactly how that works, but if I lived here, I'd be getting one of those. I am definitely about to food coma out, but I do want to give a big thank you and shout out to all the friendly staff at this buffet, and also to all the people that came by to say hi. Everybody's so friendly. That's another reason why I love coming to the Philippines. People are just so nice. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again. See you later.